Hello everyone, you're welcome to this video. So in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to create notebooks for Amazon KDP. So this video is going to be quite long, so I just want to go straight into it. So before you come to Canva to create and design a notebook, you must have an idea of the kind of notebook you want to create. So it's either you want to do it relating to sports, to kids, or to any profession, whatsoever topic that you have in mind. You must know that before coming to create a book. So after doing your research, you come to Canva, then you can start your design. So we are going to be doing or creating a book relating to kids, maybe kids in the 8th grade. So we are going to be using that topic, kids in the 8th grade, to create a notebook. So once you come to Canva, you click on this plus sign that is down below here at the bottom right. Then we are going to click on custom size. We are going to be using a custom size to create this book. So when you get to this page, this place that is written PX, click on it and change it to IN, which stands for inches. So we are going to be using inches to carry out the measurement. So there are different sizes that you can use, but one of the basic ones that you can design that Amazon will accept is 6 to 9. So the width is going to be 6 and the height is going to be 9. So once that is done, click on create new design. It's going to create a blank page that you can use. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, that is done. So once you have this blank page, this screen is going to pop up. This is where you can select templates or elements that you can use for the design. So before we create the cover of the notebook, we are going to be creating and designing the interior of the notebook. So I want you to remember this. When creating low content books like notebooks, you create them as paperbacks because you can't create them as PDF format on Amazon. So we are going to be designing it because it's going to be printed out. That's why we are going to design the interior. So once this is done, you can remove this. As you can see on the black page, there are lines on it. Those lines are the margins where you use to measure what you are designing. And without these lines, you can easily go off course. So if this is not appearing on your own Canva, click on these 3 dots on top of the screen. Then you see where it is written show margins and show print bleed. If I should turn it off, you will see that the lines are out. So it's totally a blank page. You don't want it to be like that. So we are going to put them on back. So now the first thing to do to create the interior is we are going to apply lines. You know, on your notebooks, you just have lines in them, nothing too fancy. So that is what we are going to be doing. So click on this plus sign at the bottom left. Then we will be going to elements, which is the second tab here. Then on elements, we have different tabs, which is line, frame, arrow, and anything, depending on the shape that you want. But we are looking for lines, so click on line, which is the first one. Then you can look for any line that befits what you want to do. So we'll just avoid all these ones that has arrow or something at the edge. We are just looking for a straight line, which is this one at the bottom right here. So once you have this, the next thing that you can do is to move the line. For us to start the design, you take it to the beginning of the first margin, then you extend till the end. So that's the first thing you do, because these are the lines that people getting the notebook are going to write in between. So once you have this line, as you can see, it's quite thick, and that would be too much for a notebook. So we have to reduce the width of the line. So at the bottom of the screen here, click line style. You can see the line width. If I should increase it, it will be much thicker. So you want to reduce it to figure like number 2 for it to be conducive enough. Yes, number 2 is fine. So we can go with that. So we need more lines on this page. So the next thing we can do is to duplicate those lines. So this icon that you see here with two boxes and a plus inside it that is close to the delete, just click on those two boxes to duplicate it. Once you duplicate, you adjust it for it to be there, then duplicate more till you get to the end of the page. Make sure you have spaces in between, that is enough. So we're going to duplicate that till we get to the end of the page. Okay, so that is good. So now I'm going to do something else. You know, on your notebooks there's normally a margin that is of red color or so to mark the beginning of the page and the end. So we are going to be applying that. So I'm just going to duplicate one more line that I'll be using for that. So I'm going to extend this till this end, bring it up, bring this one down. So I'm going to change this color to like light red, as you can see. So I want to duplicate this line as well. So I have a duplicate now. Take it to the other end. So we now have an interior. So one more thing we can do is add something like a watermark to make the page quite unique. So this is what I'm going to do. Remember we said we are going to do a book for 8th graders. So I'm going to add a text like something like welcome to 8th grade or so. This is not necessary, by the way. You can just decide to do it if you want to, but you can leave the page like this. So let me add that. So here I'm going to scroll to text. So I'm going to use this format here, which is the first one. Okay, so we have this. So because the text are much, I'm going to ungroup it and delete the ones I don't want. So delete, click on ungroup here and select this, delete, select this, delete. So this is the one I'm going to be using. So I'm going to edit this text and write welcome. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to write welcome to 8th grade. So we have that there. But using it like this would be too obvious on the page and it's going to be distracting to the writer. Remember, this is not really compulsory. I just want to add it to make it more, to add more drama to it. So I'm going to bring this down. Let me reduce the font size a bit. Then the next thing I will do is scroll to the right. You see this tab where it is written transparency. Click on it. Then you want to reduce the transparency as slow as you can, but you can still see it because you don't want it to be distracting to the writer. So I'm bringing it down so it's there. So we have welcome to 8th grade. So we have that there. So now we have to duplicate the pages for it to be enough, for it to be a notebook. So we're going to click this tab here on the bottom right, which is written 1. So you can see we have one page here for now, but we are going to duplicate it soon. But before we do so, we need to create a blank page where the owner of the book can write his or her name. So click on this plus sign here to create a new page. Double click. So we are going to add another text. Use the same format, ungroup, delete, delete. So we are going to edit this to something like this book belongs to. So let me increase the font size a bit. This book belongs to. Then we are going to add a line to it again. Add another line to it. So the essence of the line is for the owner to be able to write his or her name. So this book belongs to, you write your name. So this is going to be the first page once you open the notebook. So because of that, I'm going to be taking it here. That will be the first. So once we are done with that, we can duplicate the remaining pages. So for this notebook, I want it to be 80 leaves. So I'm bringing this here. So in order to duplicate it, you can just see duplicate here at the bottom of the screen. You click it to duplicate. So let's just make this 10 pages first. Okay, now we have that. So now in order not to be doing it one after the other, we can just save time by scrolling to the right. Then you click on select. You can select all the pages you've done so far. So now you have 10. As you can see, duplicate under here is written 10. So we are going to duplicate them in tens now. So you click on it, click on duplicate, and check how far it has gone. So it has gotten to 51. So one more. Now we have 81 pages. It's 81 because of the first blank page. So now we are done with this, with the interior of our notebook. So now we can save this document in our file manager. So in order to download it, at the top right here, you see a download button facing up, the arrow button facing up. Click on that and click on download. You want to switch this to PDF print because the book will be printed out as a paperback. So select PDF print. So once you do that, you can see here all 81 pages. Leave it as that. Then color profile, click on it, change it to CMYK because that will accommodate more colors. So click on download and wait for it to download, then save it to your phone or your file manager on your phone. Alright, it is done. So you want to save it somewhere on your phone, you can easily trace it. So I'm going to copy it to my file manager, which is right here. Copy to. I have a Canva folder. I'm going to save it in my book documents. Save. Alright, that is it. So I can change the name. I can rename it to, I'm going to set it as Welcome to 8th grade. Save. Okay, so now we'll get back to Canva. Go back to our home page. So now we are going to design a cover for the notebook. So one thing you need to know about notebooks, the cover is what is going to sell the book the most, not the interior. So you are going to try and create a good design as the cover. So click on the plus sign again, custom design or custom size, change to PX to IN. The width is going to be 6, height 9. Create new design. So since this book is relating to kids and 8th grade, so I'm going to search for elements that relates to that. You know, children that goes to school, they use pencils or pen or any other thing. So I'm going to be searching for those things to use as elements now. So I'm going to click on elements right here. Then on the search space, I'm going to search, let's start with the school kids. You can see elements right there that you can use. So let us just go through and see if anyone is interesting. Okay, I'm seeing some here. I'm trying to make a decision to know which one I would go with. I think I like the one below. I'm liking this one right here, so let's go with this. So always remember the lines on your blank page, do not go beyond it. So we are going to try and reduce this a bit. Let it be within the margin. So I'm going to keep this here. So that is there. So I just want to add a text right now under it. Welcome to 8th grade. I'm keeping this as simple as possible. I don't want to do too many designs, but we still want to make it look good as much as we can. So I'm going to add text. Use the same one I've used before. On group. Delete this. Or I will keep the last one. Delete just this. Bring this right here. I'm going to use it soon. So this, I'm going to edit it. Welcome to 8th grade. So I'm going to try and increase the font of this. So something like this. Welcome to 8th grade. So this right here, I'm going to edit it and change it to notebook. So for this, just make it as small as you can, then put it somewhere here. This is to let people know that it is a notebook. So I want to try and add some other elements again. Let me search for kids pencils. Let me add pens too. Alright, as you can see, we have one here that is written back to school. So we can either choose to use that, or you look for any other design that befits what you want to do. So I want to try something. Let me click on this and see. I want to extend this. I want to try and extend this. So let me see if I can change the color. Okay, for this I can't change the color, so I can't work with this. So let me search for something else. Let me see if I can change the color of this. No, this won't work. Okay, instead of doing that, let me just look for book name tag. So I'm going to search for the one that will work with a notebook. So let me change it to just name tag. So any idea that comes to your mind, you can just work with it and search for it and see what comes out. So let me go with this first one and put it here. Alright. So you can either write your name in front here or put it inside, whichever you choose. So let's just say we are going with this design. So let's see how, let me see if I can add a pattern behind. I'll give it more drama. So I'm going to choose this. So once we have this, the color is black already. Just come to transparency because you don't want it to be distracting. Or before we reduce the transparency, scroll to the end, click on more. Then you want to send this design to the back. Then click on send to back. Okay, so we have that now. Bring it forward again. So now let's reduce the transparency. Bring it down as low as possible. But it will still be obvious. So I think this is fair enough. I think we can work with this. I'm going to save this cover now to my phone. Click on the arrow facing up to download. Click on download. So for this one, it's going to be the first design. This is not the final design of the book cover. I'm just using this as the main one I'm going to use. So I'm going to be saving this as JPG right here. Click on JPG. Then if you have Canva Pro, increase the quality to 100. Then download. Wait for it. Okay. So now let's save it to the file manager. Canva book document. I just want to save it where I will see everything. So we have this. Okay, I have it there, JPG, so I'll easily recognize it. So now after you do that, the next thing for us to do is to get the exact size of the book cover. So I'm going to be going to a page called Amazon cover size calculator. You can just Google it and it will give you the link, Amazon cover size calculator, and it will bring you to this page. This would give you the exact measurement that you need to create the design. So when you get here, we are working with a paperback, so you are leaving the binding type on paperback. Interior type black and white, paper type white paper, page turn direction left to right, measurement units inches, interior trim 6x9 because that was what we used. So now for the pages is actually 81, so we're going to be leaving this on 81. So once you do that, click on calculate dimensions. So it's going to give you the exact size you are going to use on Canva to create it, and also give you the template. So here we can see it's 12.432. Then the height is 9.25. So that's the measurements we'll be working with. So now download the template because you're going to be using it on Canva. Download. Then make sure you save it to where you can easily locate it. So I just want to save everything in the same place. So it's going to be downloaded as a zip file. You extract it. If your phone cannot extract, download an extractor app like ZA Archiver. You can download that and use it to extract it. So we have extracted it, and this is the folder. So this is the template we are going to be using, the PNG. That's the one we are going to be using on Canva. So now let's head back to Canva. So create custom size. So let's check back. 12.432, 9.25. Change it to inches. 12.432, 9.25. Create a new design. Just give it some time for it to load. Now you can see the shape of the page is quite longer, like a rectangle. So now we are going to be uploading the template that we downloaded. Click on the plus button, come and click uploads here, the upload tab. Click on upload files. So you click on upload files, you will check your phone where you downloaded it. Just go through it and click on it. But I already have it on my phone, so I'll just click on it here. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. Click this. So this is the template. So once you have the template, just drag it, let the edge touch the edge and extend it for it to cover everything. So this is what we are going to be using for us not to go beyond where we are supposed to go to. So after this, we are going to apply some shapes. Let's apply this. Just extend it and bring it, drag it here and keep. Change the color to white or any color that you want to use to design. Then I'm going to duplicate this and bring another one here. So for a start, you want to leave the middle empty so you can see the boundary of where you're going. So now I'm going to apply the cover we designed earlier. So I'm going to click on the plus sign, go to gallery, images. So as you can see, welcome to 8th grade. Click on it, add to page. So since we have this here, okay, I have to, so let's just extend this. So this can be like this. So now we have it there. Don't worry about the pattern that has gone beyond the line. I'll just use that to cover the whole page. So I want to apply the pattern again. So I'll just bring it here. Reduce the transparency. Then move to the end, click on more, send to the back. Let's see what it looks like. We'll just use that to cover the page. Okay, our pattern is blocking the other white one, so let's extend the white to cover here. Then bring back our pattern to cover this page. So now you can also bring this back and cover the middle. So now we have a front page of the notebook. So we are going to save this now and head to Amazon to upload, and let's see what it looks like. So once I download it, I'm going to switch to my Amazon page. So for this, you are going to download as PDF print. You're downloading as PDF print. Change the color profile to CMYK. Download. Then I'm going to save it to my phone again. Then I'll switch to Amazon. Okay, you are welcome back. So now I'm on my Amazon page. So once you get to the main page of your Amazon account, you click on create. It will take you to this part where you see Kindle ebooks and paperback. So like I said earlier, for notebooks, low content books, you can't upload as Kindle. So you're going to be creating as paperback. So click on create paperback. So here, this is where you insert the title of the book and every other thing that you need to. So here we're going to name the book Welcome to 8th Grade. And before you do all this, after you must have gotten the name and everything, when you get to where you insert keywords, you must have done your research on the keywords that you're going to use. So I'm going to put this as Welcome to 8th Grade. For subtitle, I'm going to put Notebook for 8th graders. So let it be like that. It's not a series, it is not a book, so just keep that part. So author name, you don't have to use your real name. You can just use like a company name that prints paper. So you can just come up with one. So I'm going to use like Ken Prints. Ken Prints. So for the description, I'm just going to add Welcome to 8th grade is a notebook for kids. White paper with black lines. "80 leaves. Beautiful cover or beautiful exterior." If it's beautiful, you can add it. You can also add every other information that you need to, but I'm just going to keep it simple. So that is it about that. Then for publishing rights, click on I own the copyright. So for keywords, when you want to upload your books, you have the chance to insert 7 keywords. So when people search for books like this, they can easily find it. So for this, I'm going to insert notebooks for kids. Notebooks for 8th graders. You must have done your research before having these keywords. Don't just put random keywords. Writing pad. I'm going to add writing pad. So by the time you come up with all your keywords, you can insert them here. You can put up to 7 or less, but it's advisable you get up to the 7 to stand higher chance. So I don't want to take long, so I'll just move on. So on categories, this is a low content book, so click on low content books. So to choose category, you come down here, click on it. You can go to juvenile non-fiction and check. Let's see what we have there. So we can select activity books, then scroll down. You can only choose 2 categories first. So we are going to search for the second one. So let's check study aids. Okay, book notes, we can select that as the second one, then save. You can check other categories too, but you can use that as well. Is this an adult content? No. You click on no. Then save and continue. So this second page is where you upload your documents. So because this is a low content book, we do not need to publish it with an ISBN number. An ISBN number is just like a serial number for your book. but you don't need this for a low content book, so we'll just move on. Print option, leave it on black and white interior. Trim size, leave it on 6x9. You want to select different sizes depending on the size you used, you can put it there, but make sure it is what you used on Canva that you select here. So we'll leave it on 6x9. On bleed settings, leave it on no bleed. On the paper cover finish, you can choose matte or glossy, but normally you can just leave it on matte. So manuscript, this is where you upload the interior of the book. Go to your phone and search for it. Book documents. Welcome to 8th grade. So that was the first one we did. Welcome to 8th grade. So upload the book document there. Give it some time for it to upload. Okay, now we have that. So for book cover, you see two options, either launch cover creator or upload your own. Click on upload a cover because you've already designed your own. Click on upload cover file, search for it. So this is the folder where I saved mine. I saved it as book cover, so I'm going to click on that. So just give it time for it to load. Okay, save successful. So once you are done with this, there's something that you need to do next. Amazon will have to preview the book. So on book preview, click on launch previewer. You will normally see this, your device browser window is too small. Click on continue. So this is going to take time. Amazon has to check if everything matches, if the size and everything that you inserted is correct. So you have to wait for as long as it takes for it to finish. So I'm going to pause the video and wait for it. Okay, so we are back. So it is done. So the next thing you do, once you're done with the previewer, you scroll down, then you click on save and continue, which will take you to the last tab where you have to deal with the pricing, to select the price of the book and so on. So because I've already done a notebook similar to this before, I don't want to upload this to my Amazon page. So that's why I will not be going ahead after this. So once you are done with that, with the previewer, click on save and continue. It will take you to the last tab where you set your price, depending on the price you want to choose, maybe $5, $6 or so, depending on how good your design is. So once you do that, you click on save and Amazon will do the final preview that might take up to 24 or 48 hours. So if everything is right with your book, they are going to approve your book, then your book will be on sale on Amazon. So I hope you learned a lot in this video. That is all that you need to know about creating notebooks. You just have to explore and be more creative with your designs. So thanks for watching and see you in the next video.